on, let me step onto my revolving stage and reveal myself.
Don't do that.
As it comes around, I like to do it dramatically, like stand this side, look like a superhero. Fat man, they call me. As I come round. We've got the timings a little bit skewed up here at the Silverstone Festival because usually we do these little shows for you in between races. But as you just heard, a very noisy motor race just started exactly as I picked up the microphone. So you'll have to excuse us, and we'll do this in between laps until somebody starts spreading the whole grid out. Look at this reveal, it's quite good, isn't it, eh? I did that, I just stood there and went with it. So yeah, excuse us because we do this in between races usually and entertain you, but unfortunately there's a race on, so we're going to have to just wing it and see what we can do. But we can always repeat ourselves. How are you lads? You right? Having a good day? Enjoying it? Got your My Motor World swag, I can see. Everyone loves a bit of free stuff, don't they? Well, you can go over and see My Motor World just there. If you sign up, you too can get a bag of swag for free. All you need to do is sign up, they can deliver any part to your door within 48 hours, like Amazon. You know, when you buy a wiper blade, a light bulb, some oil for your car detailing kit, they can get it to you. So it's as simple as that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mike and Elvis Car Clinics. I am Mike, but to my left, to your right, is my wingman this afternoon. He is incredible. I give him loads of problems in the workshop. He smiles, grits his teeth, never moans about it, he just gets on with it. So please put your hands together for Elvis, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. I do moan about it, by the way. I moan about it all the time, just not to you.
And you moan under your breath. You're very good.
Absolutely. But I should return that favour because, of course, the man to my right, who you already know, because you've grown up with him in your front room on your television for over 26 years, it is, of course, our very own, the original, the wheeler dealer. It's his birthday tomorrow, so especially big round of applause for Mike Brewer!
Thank you. I thought you was going to say the really average Mike Brewer then. At some point I really thought you was going to say that. We were filming once, not with Elvis, this is years ago, I was filming once. And as we was filming, we were stopped for lunch in this car park. And there were all the crew corralled round in a big circle. So there's me, there's the cameraman with the camera on the floor, the sound recordist with the fluffy microphone thing. You know, everyone's crowded around taking a bite out of the sandwich in the car park. And this couple come out of the supermarket, they shuffle past with their bags, and they went, oh, look at this, a film crew there, it's a film crew. And then she went, oh, it's him, look, it's him. It's him, look at him, put your bags down, Harry, look, it's him, that's him. We have to watch you every day, we watch you every day. Yeah, we do, we watch you. And then she picked the bags up, and she went, do you know what we like about you? You're nothing special, you're just ordinary. And she walked off. And there was ham and cheese sandwiches being spat out by the crew as they were laughing so hard. You're nothing special, you're just ordinary. I'll take that though, I will take that.
It's like down to earth for you.
Down to earth. Now, over the tradition of wheeler dealers that's now been on your screen for 20 years, wheeler dealers, we've had a bit of a relationship with one of these cars. We've done it in the past, me and Ed, and then me and Elvis recently had a bit of a run-in with a Honda S2000. It's one of my favourite all-time cars, and I can't wait to talk about it with its owner. So who wants to meet him? Let's give him the big introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a really, really big hello to Adrian. Let's say hello, Adrian, come on.
Now you just got to say hello back to everyone. Hello. Right, now step off the revolving stage.
Otherwise you're going to end up round there.
Go on, step off the revolving stage. Oh, go that way. Off. Jesus Christ, man. Right, here we go. So, Honda S2000.
Yeah, so tell us about this, because this is actually a recent purchase for you, isn't it? You only bought it recently, but you've done a huge amount of work since you got hold of it.
Yes, when I got the vehicle, the paintwork was very patchy, colours not matching. Mechanically it was fairly sound, still needed some work, but yeah, we've painted the whole vehicle, panels off, the whole works, and we've done all the mechanicals that needed to be done in the vehicle. I think virtually there's nothing that's been left untouched.
And Adrian said to me something that I'm not sure anyone's ever said to me before. Because I said, what was it about one of these? Why did you end up buying one of these? He said, I've just always been a Honda fan. Has anyone ever said that to you before?
No, I don't think they have. No, they're always Ford fans or Vauxhall fans or, Mustang fans or Porsche fans, but not Honda. So it's nice.
You've had another Honda which you've done the works to, haven't you, in the past?
That's right. I've had over the years. I've had a Honda Accord Mark 1, Honda 250 Super Dream motorbike. I've had a Honda CR-V. In the 1990s, I had a third generation Honda Prelude for 4 years. One of the best cars I ever owned. So I got another one the year before last, and I put it to the same standard as this. In fact, I've got two in the process of doing it. Once I finished that, I decided I wanted to go after the S2000 because it's a car that I'd always wanted and I had the opportunity to do it.
I've always been a massive fan of the S2000. I did this little show on Channel 4 back at around the 2000s with Jason Plato and Penny Mallory that was called Driven. Don't know if you ever remember that show. I did on Channel 4. And when the S2000 was launched, we got to drive the car in Snowdonia. So we went up the Snowdonia mountain pass. Somebody gives you a car like this and a windy piece of road in Snowdonia on a beautiful day, and the world just becomes a different place. And I can remember the first time I got in the car, I think I was in it on my own the first time, and I just drove it normally, just a regular car. And then at some point during the show, me and Jason Plato swapped cars. And it wasn't until I was standing on the side and I see this car come past with Plato behind the wheel, I realised it had two engines. Because I just drove it on the first engine, I didn't realise it had two engines. Because what you probably don't know, the VTEC is the second set of cams, okay? So this is really clever engineering. Up to about, 5,500 RPM, 6,000 RPM. You just drive it normally, 6,000 RPM, you think that's enough. $6,000 in any car. Try and do 6,000 RPM in a full Focus, you soon know about it. But 6,000 RPM, you go and snatch the next gear and you think, yeah, that's fine. And that's what I did. And then Jason Plato got behind the wheel of the car. The second set of valves opened up. The engine goes up to 9,000, is it 9,200? Yeah. It sounds like it's going to blow up in between every single gear change, but somehow it doesn't. And that's when I had this life-changing experience. I drove the granny out of that car for the rest of the trip for the next 2 days, and I just fell in love with the Honda S2000 like everybody did. Yeah. They are insane, these cars, and think about it from a time when people are driving around in, a Mark 1 Ford Focus or whatever it was, and nobody was doing that kind of engineering in their cars. Well, it was life-changing.
Yeah, and what do you do with the car? Do you drive it daily, or is it a museum piece?
It's not a museum piece. I do drive it to shows, and early this year, the S2K UK Owners Club, we had a mega meet, what we call a mega meet, in the Isle of Man. So you can imagine what you get up to in the Isle of Man. We drive them properly, even in the rain. We were absolutely flying, and that car was part of it.
I bet that's amazing. Because as well as that experience you get behind the wheel, they sound incredible once you get up into that top end of the rev range, don't you? So they're amazing cars, they really are.
Yeah, it was about, a year ago, me and Michelle, we was walking our little dog around the village, and as we come around the village, there was a guy, it's still now today, there was a guy on his driveway, cleaning one on his driveway, and he went, you're Mike Brewer. And I said, yeah, we just moved into the village. And I spent the next hour and a half with the dog weeing and pooing everywhere, with Michelle trying to go, come, we should leave him alone, trying to convince this guy to sell me his Honda S2000. I was going, God, you don't want it, you're out here polishing it, and you're going to push it back in the garage. Yeah, come and sell it to me. He still has it today, and every time I see that car, a little goes off in my heart, because I love the colour combination of this. Was it originally pearlescent white?
Yes, it was. There's a limited amount of these still on the roads now. I think the biggest estimate that there was only 38 done in this colour.
And the paint job is exceptional. Whoever painted it did an amazing job. He is like Leonardo da Vinci, isn't he? Whoever painted that, it's wonderful. Look at this. How nice this is. Cheryl, you little angel. My assistant, Cheryl. Nothing for you, Elvis. Just a nice cup of tea for me. I don't know if you know that she's my assistant, not your assistant. How nice is that? Oh, he gets a bottle of water. I've got a cup of tea. Cheers, everyone.
While he drinks his tea, has anybody got a question for Adrian here about his car, or for Mike and I about wheeler dealers in general? You stick your hand up, this microphone, I can wander off to come and see it. So be brave. Who's got a question? There we go. Well done, young man. Get the ball rolling. Right, what's your question and what's your name?
How did you get into Formula 1?
Thank you, Rob. I'll come away from that speech. Well, that was a question. How did I get into Formula 1? So, big McLaren fan here. I ended up working for McLaren, and my route to Formula 1 as an engineer was the same route that the drivers take to get to Formula 1. So I started in karting, and then went into Formula Ford, then Formula 3, Formula 2, and eventually Formula 1. So it's a very similar path, but I went through engineering courses at college, studied mechanical engineering, and then got my hands dirty, got stuck in, and got as much experience as I could. So if it's a path you want to take, I highly recommend it. It was a wonderful time, amazing place to work, and I've met some incredible people. And it's led on, that decision to go towards Formula 1 has led on to everything else I do today. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and look, he's working with me now. Hey?
At some point you have to come down the other side, you know.
Now he's working with me, fixing up old crap in the workshop. He loves it. Elvis, here's a question for you. In your time at McLaren and Formula 1, did you have a relationship with Honda? Were they an engine supplier?
No.
They weren't. Okay.
Not in my time, but they were part of the McLaren story. Unfortunately, not a particularly successful one. But after my time, I was Mercedes when I was at McLaren. But
right, okay.
The McLaren Honda years, which you may remember, the Fernando Alonso years, the GP2 engine years, if anyone remembers that, it wasn't a particularly successful time. But actually, Honda, of course, have gone on to have a really successful spell. They do make the engine that's in the back of Max Verstappen's car, even though it's now badged as something else. It is basically a Honda. So they have had, turned it around and become very successful, now winning championships.
Right, okay, has anybody else out there got a question for either Adrian or ourselves? This young lady down here.
I want to know what the deal is with his trainers.
Oh, right, these. I got dressed in the dark this morning when I woke up. If you look at my lovely wife, Michelle, she's got the other pair on. She has. And I'm wearing her knickers. It was really dark in the hotel room. They only put us up at a little weenie place. I don't know. Michelle wears on trainers every single day. She always has. And Michelle says, and it's really sad that she says this, she said it's so people talk to me. And I think, what about, because I don't. So yeah, she wears on trainers. And then I couldn't decide whether to go for Lotus or Porsche. So I thought, I can't split my loyalties between the two. I'll wear both. So that's the story behind the trainers. They are exactly the same trainer. They are exactly the same. They're just different brands. I've got 7 different ones, like a Steve McQueen, a Lotus, McLaren, Peugeot, Golf. I've got them all, so I could a Martini one, so I could literally wear different trainers every day, but they're the same shoe.
How have you got 7? Have you got 4 left and 3 right?
No, 7 pairs. 7 pairs. There you go. 7 pairs. Anybody else out there got a question in between the Formula 1 racing?
Here we go.
I want to ask Mike, when you do the cars up on wheeler dealers and people buy them, do you give any warranty?
Well, that's a good question. Yes, I do. I usually say to the people, first lamppost, first mile, whatever comes first. That's about it. No, we are a TV show, and we make sure we carry out really good due diligence on every car. What you won't see, sometimes people spot it on screen, what you won't see, and we never cover it in the cost because we can't, it's just ridiculous. But every car that leaves us has new brakes, new tyres, new exhaust, we literally rebuild the cars inside and out. So when it leaves the workshop, it is the best example of that car we can produce, in the hope we never see the thing again. And it's true, we haven't got people that have had a problem with their car, but you know what? We bring it back to our workshop, we fix it for them, and hopefully they're happy with it forever and a day.
It's actually one of the best places you could ever buy a car, because we have a reputation that we have to maintain, so there's no way you can let a car go unless it's as perfect as it can be.
Adrian, if people wanted to come and see you, come and see this amazing car, where are are you on the showgrounds this afternoon?
Yeah, we're in the Blue Zone 8, the S2K UK stand. Mike, if you want to get there, we've got some cards for you can distribute to
Lovely, okay, super, we'll do that for you.
You do that for us, and there's a lovely display of, I think there's probably about 40 S2000s there today, and a couple of NSXs, just to add into the mix.
Lovely. Do you know what? I was just talking to somebody, another little story, NSX, Honda NSX, okay? Me and Elvis have got one of these NSXs on our list, and it's been there since Elvis joined Wheeling Dealers. We're never going to find one because they're ridiculous money, and they just don't exist, you know? If they do, they're snapped up really quick and they're ridiculous money. And I was interviewing this guy called Alex King, little story for you, recently on a podcast, and he is the car curator for the Fast and Furious franchise, and he does the cars, he builds the cars and gets the cars from. And he said I had a call from the producer because Vin Diesel wanted to drive a Honda NSX in the latest film, and he said okay, they said just go and buy the best Honda NSX you can. So he did, he went and spent, I don't know, 100 grand on a red Honda NSX, and then the props company said no, actually we need 4 red Honda NSXs, so you have to go and buy 4 of them because you're going to blow one up, roll one and jump one off a bridge. And he's like, where am I going to get 4 red Honda NSXs in the world? There is none. That's it, there isn't 4 for sale. So he built them. He built the other 3, and he said it was incredible. They took the mould off the first one, they built the other 3, and they're the ones that they blow up in the film, and the 4th one was the real one. And so if anyone wants one of these cards, I've got them here on the stage, so after, I'll tell you what, I'll put them on the stage, so after you can come and help yourself to one of the cards from this gentleman here about his Honda NSX, go and see him. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to put our hands together and show our appreciation for Adrian and his wonderful car.
Thank you, Adrian. Well done, mate.
Well done, Adrian. What a car. Adrian, they all want to see it at 9,000 RPM. So 9,000 RPM, drop the clutch and let it leave the stage. Right.
See you later, Adrian.
See you later, Adrian. Okay, right, now we've got you. We're going to keep you, me and Elvis, because who wants to win some